what's going on, guys? Today we are going to work on the S14. I'm going to start fitting up the bodywork for it for round 2. As you saw in the last video, Rylan and I drove to Olympia to the Nissan dealership up there because they get all the old S chassis parts and Z chassis, R chassis, you name it. So we picked up some OEM kooky fenders. We gotta do some stuff to make them fit, but overall they fit really well. My dad's going to Harbor Freight right now to get some spot weld drill bits to drill out the spot weld so we can take this bracket off because I don't need it, and it's also coming in contact with this bracket right up in here. So while they're doing that, I'm gonna roll the car out and then also check out some parts that came in the other day. So he shouldn't be gone too long, and then we'll start working on the body kit. But yeah, the other day we got some parts in from Radium Engineering. I'm changing up how we fill up the car. Because right now we just have a direct mount, and it's kind of difficult to lean over the car with one of those big Sunoco race fuel jugs. So we got this angled filler neck, 3 feet of hose, and then we got they call it their remote filler cup. So we'll probably mount it somewhere over here, make a bracket to come off the firewall and hold that, so that'll be nice. And then the biggest change that we are doing is the front angle kit. I'm currently running the FDF Fab stuff, and I've had some issues with it, and I just don't really like it, so we went with the WiseFab V2 kit that moves the whole rack forward 46 millimeters. I could have gone with their V2 kit that includes offset rack spacers, but offset rack spacers aren't the greatest for your rack. It puts a lot of stress on it and can ultimately end up breaking it. So we'll just jump right into this. We got our instructions. In the back, it's got templates that you cut out and you put on your subframe to cut it and whatnot. So you got these templates right here, these ones, that one, and then this one. So yeah, instruction manual. You got our control arms right here. Loud car in the background. But yeah, we got our control arms right here with the classic WiseFab blue. We've got our tie rods, which I believe are like Volkswagen Passat tie rods. So those are nice. If we bend one or break one, we can just go over to the auto parts store and get one. We got our knuckle. Our right knuckle. This is labeled, so it's S14R. Really nice product. It says WiseFab on the side. Really nice packaging too. I mean, I took all the foam out and just set everything in here, but it was packaged really nicely. Here's the new portion to hold your steering rack onto the subframe. And then this is a jig to hold your subframe after you cut it, so that when you're welding it, nothing moves. Again, packaged really nicely. And then our left knuckle. And then our top hats that have these black spacers on them, so you can stick a 1/2 inch ratchet in there and you can adjust your caster without doing anything other than loosening the hardware a little bit, and then you can turn it forward and aft, or right to left, and adjust your caster. So I'm super excited to get all this stuff put on the car. We're gonna take it down to my buddy Matt's shop next Friday, work on it Friday and Saturday, and then we've got like 2 weeks from today for Pro-Am round 2, which I'm excited about. I'm excited to dry out all the new parts and see how the WiseFab feels. Got WiseFab in the back, and it's really nice, super adjustable, easy to adjust as well. So figured may as well put the same stuff in the front. But yeah, for now I'm gonna roll the car out. I got some 1/2-inch spacers from GK Tech. I was running 1-inch spacers, and I think the track width was a little too wide, so it was causing some issues, so the 1/2-inch should be a lot easier. But yeah, real quick, I'm gonna roll the car out and then I'll meet back up with you guys. Okay, so as you can see in the little time lapse, I got the spacer switched out to this 1-inch spacer, or excuse me, 1/2-inch spacer. I was running a 1-inch spacer. Got the spacers from GK Tech, and then I switched out these lug nuts. That one's a little loose, tighten it. But I was running these splined, like tuner style lug nuts, and they look nice and they're sleek, but the key sometimes would slip on them and get stuck. So I went to these, just because if we're trying to change tires quickly, these are going to be a lot easier because they just take a standard style 17mm socket. But yeah, I got these from GK Tech as well. Nice lug nuts. They have all sorts of different colors, purple obviously, and then I want to say they got like pink and blue and neochrome or something like that. But check out GK Tech. They make all sorts of suspension components, handbrakes, lug nuts, spacers, you name it. But I'm going to jump over to the rest of the lug nuts and get those switched out. I already have the 1/2-inch spacer on the other side, so I'll meet back up with you guys shortly. So, decided to start raining, and I don't have windows in the car, so pulled it in. Got the 2 lug nuts switched out in the front, or the front 2-wheel lug nuts switched out, and try and get the rear in the garage, and then hopefully it stops raining in a little bit so we can roll this thing back out and start working on the body kit. Yeah, so for now, I'm gonna do the rear lug nuts, wait for my dad to get back from Harbor Freight, and we'll meet back up then. What's up, guys? So I didn't film any more today. The weather wasn't really cooperating. It started really raining, and didn't really do a whole lot more to the car. Kind of fitted up the front fenders a little bit, and it looks like some headlight tabs need to be repositioned, so we'll take care of that next week at my buddy's shop down in Kent while we are installing the WiseFab V2 kit. And then we're going to bring the car back to my house and mount up the bumpers and side skirts and then rear deck lid that I got from 2F Performance. So that should be pretty sweet. The car should look good. And then probably after round 2, we're going to get the car wrapped, finally. I know it's been several different colors for quite a while now, so I'm super excited to get it wrapped, and I'm excited to show you guys what the wrap is going to look like. But other than that, I might film a little bit this week, doing some stuff on the car. There really isn't much to do until we bring the car down to my friend's shop. So until then, you guys take it easy, and I think we're going to try and get videos out on Sundays, if not maybe Mondays. But I will meet back up with you guys either later in the week. If not, definitely I'm going to get some footage of us getting the WiseFab installed in the car. So take it easy, and I'll see you guys later.